Basketball has always been more than just a game. It's about passion, struggle, glory, and sometimes tragedy. The NBA has given us legendary names, but not all of them had the chance to grow old. In this video, we'll dive into the stories of 10 NBA stars who left us too soon. Some were rising stars, others were legends, but each story is a heartbreaking reminder that life can change in an instant. This is not just about basketball. It's about dreams cut short, families left behind, and legacies that still echo in arenas across the world. Here are the top 10 NBA players who tragically passed away, and the heart-wrenching reasons behind their deaths. 10. Len Bias, the draft pick that never played. Len Bias was the #1 pick, second pick in the 1986 NBA draft, selected by the Boston Celtics. Standing 6 feet 8 inches with insane athleticism and confidence, he was being hailed as the next Michael Jordan. But just 2 days after getting drafted, Bias was dead. The cause? A cocaine overdose that triggered a cardiac arrhythmia. It happened during a college celebration, and it was his first time trying the drug, according to friends. The sports world was stunned. The Celtics were devastated. America's war on drugs intensified after his death. His legacy? A promising life lost, and a powerful lesson for a generation. 9. Drazen Petrovic, the Mozart of basketball. He was a European legend and NBA sharpshooter, the pride of Croatia. Drazen Petrovic could score from anywhere and was changing how international players were viewed in the NBA. But in 1993, at just 28 years old, Petrovic was killed in a car accident in Germany while traveling with his girlfriend. The accident happened in rainy weather when their car collided with a truck. Drazen was asleep in the passenger seat. No seatbelt, no chance. He was just hitting his peak with the New Jersey Nets, averaging over 22 points per game. Today, he's remembered as a trailblazer for every European player who came after him. 8. Reggie Lewis, the heart of the Celtics. He was Boston's next star after Larry Bird, calm, focused, and a team-first player. But during a playoff game in 1993, Reggie Lewis collapsed on the court. Doctors found a heart condition, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. He was told to avoid playing, but after conflicting medical opinions, he went back to practice, and that's when tragedy struck. He collapsed again and died instantly. He was just 27 years old, with a wife and 2 young children. His death triggered major reforms in how heart issues are handled in pro sports. He was Boston's rising hope, gone in an instant. 7. Malik Sealy, a life taken by a drunk driver. Malik Sealy was a respected role player known for hustle and leadership. In 2000, after attending teammate Kevin Garnett's birthday party, Malik was driving home when a drunk driver hit him head on. Malik died at the scene. The driver? A repeat offender who was driving the wrong way on the highway. Kevin Garnett was devastated. He wore Malik's #2 on his shoes for years. Malik's death was a tragic reminder of how other people's bad choices can destroy lives in seconds. 6. Hank Gathers, collapsed in front of the world. Although he never made it to the NBA, Hank Gathers was a top college player and NBA prospect. He was strong, dominant, and beloved at Loyola Marymount. But during a nationally televised game in 1990, he collapsed and died on the court from a heart condition he had been diagnosed with just months earlier. He had been taking medication, but it affected his performance, so he reduced the dosage. A fatal mistake. His best friend Bo Kimble shot his first free throw left-handed in tribute. Even today, that image remains one of the most emotional moments in basketball history. 5. Manute Bol, a giant with a gentle soul. At 7 feet 7 inches, Manute Bol was the tallest player in NBA history, but his legacy was even bigger. Known for blocking shots and protecting his people, Bol used his fame and fortune to fight for human rights in Sudan. After retiring, he suffered a series of health problems. In 2010, he died of acute kidney failure and a severe skin reaction called Stevens-Johnson syndrome. He died nearly penniless, not because he wasted money, but because he gave it all away to help others. A true hero, on and off the court. 4. Anthony Mason, the warrior who fought to the end. Anthony Mason was the enforcer of the 90s Knicks, tough, physical, and respected. In 2015, at just 48, he suffered multiple massive heart attacks. Despite surgeries and intensive care, he didn't make it. The Knicks community was shaken. Mason was known for mentoring young players and staying involved in local charities. His legacy lives on in New York's tough, gritty basketball culture. 3. Robert "Tractor" Traylor, the weight of pressure. Robert Traylor was a college star who made it to the NBA, but his career was plagued by injuries and weight struggles. In 2011, while playing overseas in Puerto Rico, he was found dead in his apartment from a massive heart attack at just 34. He was trying to rebuild his career, and many said he had finally found peace with the game, but his body couldn't keep up. Another life lost too soon. 2. Jerome Kersey, gone without warning. Jerome Kersey was a key part of the Portland Trail Blazers during their 90s playoff runs. In 2015, just days after undergoing minor surgery, he died suddenly from a pulmonary embolism, a blood clot that traveled to his lungs. He had just spoken at a school about leadership. He seemed perfectly healthy, and then he was gone. His death shocked the NBA and his family, who had no warning. 1. Kobe Bryant, a legend who left the world too soon. No death shook the world of basketball more than Kobe Bryant's. On January 26, 2020, Kobe, his 13-year-old daughter Gianna, and 7 others died in a helicopter crash in California. Kobe was more than an NBA icon. He was a father, mentor, businessman, and storyteller. He had just begun a new chapter of life. His Mamba mentality inspired millions. And while his physical presence is gone, his impact will last forever. Each of these players gave us unforgettable moments, and their stories remind us how fragile life truly is. Some were taken by illness, some by accidents, some by decisions that had tragic consequences. But all of them left behind a legacy. Which story touched you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want more powerful stories from the world of basketball, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.